Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of One Global Movement. Speak with Heart. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm sorry for the little lateness. I was trying to see to call the speaker for today, who is Mr. Partha Pratim. And so he said he joined, and I don't see him here to bring him on the panel. So I resend the link to him again. And this happened last time too. So I'm just wondering what is going on. He says he's there, but I don't see him. So, how are you guys doing today? Thank you guys so much for coming. And I am really so grateful that we come here every day to help build the hopes and dreams of young people, of women and children worldwide with a focus on young girls. So thank you guys so much for coming together so that we can do this together, because together we can do miracles. We can perform miracles. So thank you so much. And today I went out for a walk, and usually I go out every morning for a walk, and I call it Steps for Smiles. And because I meet a lot of people, either they are riding or they are also walking, and I get to enjoy the beautiful, beautiful flowers that are blossoming almost every day. Let me answer Mr. Partha Pratim. He's calling me again. Hello?
Yeah, I'm already entered.
I don't see you, because usually you'll be at the bottom and then I'll bring you. I'll bring you on the platform. I don't see you.
Yeah, that is the thing. I also cannot see you, but I can see myself.
Oh my God. Okay, let me send this link. Kushal, I don't know if you can try this link, or Mr. John Barilla. Let me send you the panelist link, and then you try and see if that link will bring you here. And then we will know what we can do. Okay, let me send the link to other people to try to come to the panel. All right.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
Please, John and Kushal, can I please send you the link? Because uh, Brother Prata is finding difficulties. He says he's already there. He's seeing himself, but he doesn't see me. But I don't see him here to bring him on the panel. So let me send the link to you guys. If you can just try, if I see you here, then I know that he might be having a problem with his own computer. Please help me with that. So I'm going to send you the panelist link. You're not, it doesn't mean that you're going to speak, okay? Just try and see. Let's check this, see what is going on. Okay, I'll send it to you, Kushal. And then I'll copy it and send it to John as well, since I'm already on WhatsApp. Please. I'm sorry, guys. Let's figure this out and see what's going on. Kusha, can you try? I send it to you. Try to log into the panelist link to see if it's working, because our brother is finding difficulties. Please help me with that. Let's figure it out. Okay, I'm going to send it to you, the managing director, Mr. Barilla. So try and log in to see if you can come to the panel, and then I will know that the problem might be from his end. Okay, let me send it to on Messenger. I'm sending it to you on Messenger, John, please. Okay. Send it to you. John, I sent it to you. Try and see if you can get to the panel, because it's the same link that I sent to Mr. Partha, but he can't come onto the panel. Let me see if Sister Sharon is here. Oh, please, if you need to try this link, just so we make sure that it's working, let me know. I'll send it to you as well. Please. Otherwise, I'm just going to begin, because if it doesn't come, we're still going to talk about it anyway. We still have to hold the session, right? But thank you guys so much for being here. I always want to thank each and every one, especially Mr. Ash Mufara, who brought us here together. But most importantly, we thank the Almighty God for blessing us with another beautiful day. Every day is an opportunity to start on a clean slate for all of us. So thank you guys so much. I am checking to see. I am really sorry for this disturbance. I don't know what happened with this. Today is Tuesday. Kusha, let me know in the chat. Anybody who is trying the link, let me know if or what happened. But I should be able. Let me send Melanie. I'm going to send the link to you as well, or you can get it from the mothers group, the panelist link. It doesn't mean that you're going to be on the panel, but if you want to, that's fine. But let me send it to you because the speaker is finding difficulties to get on the panel here. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to send it to you, Melanie. Try out and see if you can. He's here now. Oh my God, he's here. Wow. Hi, welcome. I'm like, what is going on with this link? I think you need to write down the steps of because last time to.
No, I know. I understand. There is something wrong with the internet.
Oh, that's okay. But thank God you're here. Welcome and thank you so much. And I'm going to play a short video here so that we all can watch. It's a very important video with from the perspective and the mindset of a child that is so optimistic, so positive, a child that is only 6 years old but is leaving a mark in this world. So let me go to let me do it here. I go to share screen. I go to WhatsApp, and then I'll pull it from there, and we watch it a little bit. Let me know if you guys are seeing it already.
Everybody's beautiful in the world, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing that can't be beautiful.
Are you beautiful?
Yeah, everybody.
If there's any little girls like you watching this, is there anything you want them to know?
Everything is possible to do. Nothing is impossible.
If somebody's watching this video and they're feeling a little self-conscious or they're not feeling very confident, what's something you want to say to those people who aren't feeling the best right now?
Well, give yourself a chance. It will work. I feel like friendship is really important because friends can build you up.
What are some things that you love about yourself?
I love that I have so much confidence, and I love that I'm so happy all the time.
That's awesome. What else do you love about yourself?
That I can always make a bad thing into a good thing.
How do you do that?
Well, I can cheer people up when they feel bad, and sometimes when there's negative thoughts, I can just change them.
That's something that a lot of people could use, right?
Yeah. The world is already coming into a better place.
And you're going to help us get there?
Yeah, and actually, nobody should judge you from how you look, of what your hair, of what your skin, of what your color is. Once I was playing a game and somebody literally said, "I don't like dark skins," and I was like, "Ma'am, this is not fair." I actually have to stand up for myself because standing up for myself is a very important thing. Every skin is beautiful. There's no one proper skin color.
Everybody is beautiful in their own unique ways, right?
You're just all beautiful.
Wow. That people need to hear that, my friend. That's really powerful stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You want to say anything to adults who are watching this, who are having a hard time finding kindness?
Well, it's actually easy when you give it a chance. If a 6-year-old kid can do it for her whole life, it's so easy. Everybody has a little bit of kindness in them that they can change into a lot of kindness.
What's your favorite hairstyles?
Actually, I was actually born with an afro. Not a lot of people in the world are wearing them. My mom is wearing an afro now for a month, and so far she's been feeling powerful and free, and that's how I feel. And I think that's just how everybody should feel when they have afros.
Any products you want to plug?
My book. It's for pre-order now, but it's coming out May 16th.
What's your book?
Thank you, Afro.
How did it make you feel when so many people are celebrating you?
Well, it made me feel very special because not everybody gets a chance to have that.
That's the best. That was so fantastic.
Thank you.
Wow. Isn't that beautiful? From a 6-year-old and publishing a book. That is very, very encouraging. A great lesson I really love. And the thing is, AI, for some reason, they're already reading what I'm doing research on a lot of things for children, and they keep sending things my way without me even, I'm like, how did they just send these things to me? So that is so beautiful. So thank you guys so much. And we are going to move on, and towards the end, we're going to play our international anthem. I want to make sure that, let me see. Okay. Yes, I think I'll have some time to go, attend my appointment. So welcome again to our brother, Brother Partha. I hope the internet is going to behave. Welcome, Brother Partha. We thank you so much for the great job that you're doing to invest in children worldwide. We highly appreciate you with your expertise and your skills, because you work and you studied in a field that is so much needed in the world. Very so much needed in the world. And you are here and really transforming us, not just the children, all of us, because when we listen to you speak, we want to learn more so that we can be able to spread it out to our children, our families, and others. And I always say, please, we cannot just sit and say, we want to uplift humanity. We are here serving. We are servants and brought together by Mr. Ash Mufareh, because Mr. Ash Mufareh is the #1 servant of the 21st century, doing it around humans and for humans, because he's a rich man. He could have not even want to help anybody, but he decided to bring us together, 1.4 million founding member accounts, and I think there are even more now, so that we can take these blessings into our different endeavors, into the different communities and families, which is what we are doing here in One Global Movement. And we invite everyone. This stage belongs to everyone. When we are helping children, when we are serving children, when we are educating children, when we're helping them to defeat hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, it requires everyone, each and every one of us, because why? Every child is different. We all are different. We were created unique, and we can change the world using our own unique differences and our own unique gift that God created us with. So we call and we urge everyone to be a part of this movement. You don't need to pay any money. You don't need to do anything, but just be a part to support like we all are doing here. And if you have any questions or any doubt, or you want to correct even us here who are speaking, because we are here learning, this is O-Cademy in its real form. Because O-Cademy is you contribute according to your own unique way. It is not one shoe, one size fits all. Everybody has the right to use your own gift in the way that you can use it, the way that it appears to you, the way that God reveals it to you, to be able to transform children. And we are giving them choices, all inclusion. Because when you think about the secular educational system, they really don't have give choices to children. They say two. Two is choices. Two, to me, is not choices. It is 3, it is 4, it is 5, it is 10, it is more than 50. Because these kids are so talented. Some of the kids, they're so smart that the courses in school become so boring, and the teachers have not yet figured that out. They think that that child is a troublesome child. No, but it starts with us, the parents. It always starts with us, the parents, the caregivers, and the adults around these children. It starts with us, the unperseverant, who have been brought together by Mr. Ash Mufareh to do this. And we know that, I don't know if O-Connect is working yet. I will keep trying, but let us support Mr. Ash Mufareh 100% to do the transition that he's doing, because he's taking matters into his own hands. And I urge each and every one, mind you who you tell your dream to, because they are dream killers. Don't tell your dreams to anyone. You need to pick and choose your friends. You need to pick and choose your companion. Especially, we have to really teach our children so that we teach them to choose friends that are of the same mindset like them, so that in turn they can then help the others that are not yet there to come up as them as well. So thank you guys so much. We are going to begin with a quote. We are in Oblast O-Cademy Revolution Part 157, Human Rights, #unpassive. Before we go on, I always like to begin with a quote. It says, Children do not constitute anyone's property. Children do not constitute anyone's property. They are neither the property of their parents nor even of society. They belong only to their own freedom, future, and the one that created them. That is very, very important, because some of us treat the children, I am your mother, I'm your father, I'm your parent. If you have to do as I say, not as I do. You have to teach your child by doing so that he can also do when you instruct him to do something. So, Mr. Partha Pratim, thank you so much. We really love you. Please take down notes. Take down some points so that you are writing your own history. This is history in the making, so that when we are writing books to the world, these things will be included to distribute to children. So, Mr. Partha Pratim, the stage is all yours. We thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah. Good morning and good evening to everybody. Good evening to all the Indians and good morning to all the European countries. And thank you, Sis Mundih, because I'm here only for you. And I'm thankful to the One Global Movement.
Yes.
And especially, I'm thankful to Mr. Ish Mufare for this wonderful platform. O-Connect, as the Israelis say. On passive is massive. We cannot believe. We don't believe. We cannot imagine also what is this. We don't know about the 1% of the on-passive right at the moment also. It is going in the process, still at the moment. So today we are here regarding the topics of the human rights, right? Before that, I just want to say something regarding the right now the process, what is going in the on-passive. I would like to bring to notice of all the founders, especially to those with negative mindset, that the ongoing migrating and the upgradation process is the greatest evil process, which will make you dumbstruck, and amazed to see its competition report. Dear founders, fraternity Ish has taken birth on this planet Earth for the welfare and the upliftment of the lower strata people like us. His mission and the vision is beyond the comprehension of laymen like me. Right? Whatever is being created in the on-passive is unparalleled and never imagined before buying a company or corporate giant. So I'll be happy to say I am the part of this One Global Movement with my sis, Yvonne Mundih. I'm ready today in the Tuesday. I am always there with you, and we are working for the child development and the women's development all over the world. Until the death.
Yes.
I promise to my sis.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, sis. Human rights. Why I've taken the topics of the human rights? Because people are crying for my right, my right, my right, my right. What is my right? What is our right? So human right is a very important topic and has to on passive, because as we are on passivians, being on passivians, we should understand what is our right. Hamara adhikar kya hai? What is our right? Human rights include the right of life and the liberty, freedom from slavery and torture, freedom of opinion and expression. We cannot express. We have the right to express. We have the right to comment something, the right to work and education, especially education, and many more. Everyone is entitled to these rights without discrimination. There is no discrimination regarding this. So we have full right to talk about, to think about, to look after, to see, to share something like this. Human rights are rights we have simply because we exist as human beings. They are not granted by any state. They are not granted by any country. These universal rights are inherent to us all, regardless of nationality, sex, national or ethnic origin, color, religion, language, or any other status. We have the total rights. If we're black, we have the rights. If I'm white, I have the rights. If I'm blue, I have the rights. If I'm man or woman, whatever the religion, I may be a Muslim, I may be a Hindu, a Christian, or whatever it is, but I have the right to say something. There is a lot of human rights. What you can talk about, what I know something regarding the human rights. Right to equality, freedom from discrimination, right to life, liberty, personal security, freedom from slavery, freedom from torture and the degrading treatment, right to recognition as a person before the law, right to equality before the law, right to remedy by competent tribunal, freedom from arbitrary arrest and exile, right to fair public hearing, right to be considered innocent until power guilty and the proven guilty. You are innocent until and unless you are proven guilty. I think I can make you understand. Freedom from the interference with privacy, family, home, and the correspondence. Right to free movement in and out of the country. Right to asylum in other countries from persecution. Right to nationality and the freedom to change it. Right to marriage and family. Right to own property. Freedom of belief and religion. Freedom of opinion and the information. Right of peaceful assembly and the association. Right to participation in the government and the free elections, right to social security, right to desirable work and to join trade unions, right to rest and leisure, right to desirable work and to join trade unions, right to adequate living standard, our living standard, we have the right,
Mhm.
right to education. This is very most important thing, right to education,
Yes.
right to participate in the cultural life of the community, right to a social order that articulates this document. Community duties, community duties essential to free and the full development. These are the 30 rights of the human being right at this moment in 21st century of a human being. We have these human rights. We can talk, we can share, we can see. We have the free education. We have the right to educate ourselves. We have the right to educate our children. And why I'm talking about the human rights? Because our children are not getting these rights right at the moment throughout the world.
Mhm.
They are neglected. They are
Yes.
not getting the food. Forget about the education. They are not getting the food. They are not getting the shelter. Education is next. It comes next. So this is the reason that I have taken this topic, the human rights. Human rights means the rights relating to life, liberty, equality, and dignity of the individual guaranteed by the constitution of any country or embodied in the international covenants and enforceable by the courts in all over the world. These include the right to life, the right to a fair trial, freedom from the torture and other cruel activities and the inhuman treatment. There's a lot of children. They're staying in the different places all over the world. They're cruelly treated. They are cruelly, behaved in a cruel manner. Freedom of the speech. They don't have the freedom of the speech. And
Mhm.
every human being, I'm not talking about the child, I'm talking about every human being. They have the freedom of the speech, freedom of religion. They can take any religion, they can talk from the any religion, and the rights to health, education, and an adequate standard of living. Each and every human being have the right to have a standard of living. We cannot discriminate any human being. That is the reason our children, because as a human being, we are the adults, we are suffering. So let us think about the children, how they are suffering because they cannot talk, even they
Mhm.
cannot express. They cannot express. We have to understand their feelings. We have to understand their speech by entering their heart. So this is the reason this one global movement is, my dear friends. The declaration outlines 30 rights and the freedom that belongs to all of us that nobody can take away from us. Nobody in this world can take away from us.
Mhm.
The rights that were included continued from this basis for the international human rights law, right? Freedom of speech and expression, freedom of speech and the expression, freedom of worshipping any god, anybody worshipping, freedom from want, whatever we want. Just now, I want to talk with somebody. That is my right. Freedom from fear. I should not fear from anybody. Freedom from fear. So, freedom from speech and expression, freedom from worship. If I want, I can go to mosquito. If I want, I can go to church. If I want, I can go to the temple. This is my right, where I want to be.
Mhm.
Nobody can bound me. You are a Hindu, you have to go to the temple only. Nobody can bound me. Nobody has the right. Because this is my right. I can go in church, I can go in the temple, I can go any mosquito. This is my right. This comes in the human rights. Human rights are needed to protect and preserve every individual's humanity. This is maintained for this every humanity to ensure that every individual can live a life of dignity and a life that is worthy of a human being. Why should anyone respect them? Fundamentally, because everyone is a human being. Everyone is a human being. There is a five characteristics of human rights. Number one is universal. What is universal? Human rights belong to all the people of the world. All the people of the world. It is not only for Japan, China, or India, or something like that. It is all over the world. Inalienable. Human rights cannot be taken away. We cannot take it away from somebody the human rights.
Mhm.
Interconnected. This is interconnected, right? Human rights are dependent on one another. It is one another. It is interconnected, indivisible. Human rights cannot be treated in isolation. You cannot isolate one people and you can treat as a human rights. No, not non-discriminatory. Human rights must be non-discriminatory. Human rights are based on values that keep society fair, just, and equal. They include the right to life, the right to health, and the right to freedom from torture. Now, my question is this: if we see a child is tortured in a family, that is not their child, they have borrowed the child from somebody. I'm talking about the maid. I'm talking
Mhm.
about the maid. There's a lot of peoples in the world. I don't want to mention the countries. There's a lot of peoples in the world. They keep the child as a maid. They torture them. They take the work out of them. Is this the way? Is this the way? He or she is not the adult. How you dare to take the work from them? He or she is not the adult. This is not wise. I don't think it is a wise thing because this he or she they got the right to fulfill their education, to take the food in the proper time, to take the cloth in the proper time. They have the full right to get the shelter. But some of the people are there still in the world. They're taking advantage of these children. The right to life, the right to health, and the right to freedom from the torture. They have the right, the freedom from the torture. And this is the reason that we are in the one global movement for the child development and for the women development, along with the on passive. We are doing this because we want whatever we get. We want to serve the peoples all over the world. Those who are suffering, the children, those who are suffering, the women, those who are suffering. Today, in India, in UP, Uttar Pradesh, there is an incident happened. 127 people died.
Oh.
127 people died in UP around 3 o'clock today. And that is also for nothing. There was a pravachan is going on. There was a Baba, he was telling some good things. Okay, fine, fantastic. The people capacity was 50,000 and the space is very congested. They have given the 50,000 and most of the 127 people, 100 people died, only women and the children
Mhm.
because
Oh.
the men, they have survived. Women and the children that died today, 100 women and children died. Why it is happening? Why you have to take in this thing? But I'm not talking about politically. I'm just talking about the peoples. I'm talking about the women and the children. Why they have died? Why have not taken the precaution for that? This is it comes in the human rights. The principles are universal, the inalienable, interdependent and indivisible, equal, and the not discriminatory, and both rights and obligations. This it comes under this. That in the 539 BC, before Christ, Cyrus the Great, after conquering the city of Babylon, did something totally unexpected. He freed all slaves to return home. Moreover, he declared people should choose their own religion. The Cyrus cylinder, a clay tablet containing his statements, is the first human rights declaration in history. Right? So it is happening. Everyone has the right to life. Every human being has the right to life, liberty, personal security, freedom from persecution, access to education, healthcare, and the decent living conditions are all fundamental human rights. Prime Production provides services to numerous specialized agencies who are dedicated to the rights of citizens around the world. Why it is happening? I don't understand. I feel so sorry for all these reasons. Why people are doing so? Because each and every human being has their full rights. A right to the equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights should be there, right to constitutional remedies. If I talk about the right to inequality, what is the right to inequality? Okay, especially we have seen in the India, there is a SC, ST, OBC, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, other backward class. Why this is? Why the people said not saying right to equality? Why he is from this caste, I am from this caste, he is from that caste, she is from that caste? Why this inequality?
Yes.
All the humans are same. Why we don't clear up? All the humans are same. We are all the gift of the God. All
Yes.
humans being the same. Right to the freedom. We have everybody. We got the freedom. I got the freedom. He doesn't have the freedom. She got the freedom. She don't have the freedom. Why this is? Everybody got the freedom, man. Right against exploitation. I am exploited, but he is not exploited because he is a son of somebody, and she is a son of somebody. She is the daughter of somebody, and my sister is the daughter of somebody. So we are exploited. Why? Exploitation is not necessary, and this is the on passive, very massive way I'm telling. After 10 years, the whole globe will be there with the green. We can live in a very wonderful way because every human being will be the same. Because human rights don't have to be earned. Human rights don't have to be earned. They are yours, my brothers and sisters. They are yours, regardless of who you are or what you have done. They exist at three basic levels: international, constitutional, and statutory. Human rights don't have to be earned. No need to be earned. We don't have to purchase it. They are yours. They are mine, regardless of who you are, who I am. It is to be done. They exist at three basic levels: constitutional, international, and the statutory. You may have heard of the right to education, the right of food, and the right of housing. That means what I talked about in the earlier session. There is the three basic needs of the human being:
Yes.
food, cloth, and shelter.
Shelter.
This is the most three basic needs of the human being, and the peoples are not getting in this world right today in the 21st century. So we are advanced with the AI technology. We are basically we're defining ourselves that we are in the artificial intelligence. We are doing this, we are doing that, but still the peoples are not getting these three basic needs. And this is the reason we are here with the One Global Movement. We want to do this for the whole world. We want to do this for the whole world, whole globe, my dear friends. All human rights are indivisible, whether they are civil and the political rights, such as the right to life, equality, before the law, freedom of expression, economic, social, and cultural rights, such as the rights to work, social security, and education, or collective rights, such as the rights of development.
Mhm.
Now, if I talk about the economic and the social and the cultural rights, let me come to the point. Cultural rights. Now, suppose uh, I want to talk, I want to talk, or I want to dance in, Manipuri. There is a dance in the Manipuri. There is a dance in the Assamese. It is called Bihu. Okay, fine. Let me dance in the Bihu. So I have the full right. I have the full cultural right that I can dance in Bihu. But somebody will tell me you cannot dance Bihu because this is a one global movement. You cannot dance Bihu in this platform. My question is this: as a human being, I don't have the right for dancing in any culture. I have the full right
Yes.
because it may be any platform. As a human being, I have the right. I can show my performance in anywhere in the world. So this is the cultural rights, economic and the social rights. Now, if I'm economically poor, the people don't obey me in this world. If economically poor, they're talking, okay, Mr. Sinha has come, okay, let him sit in the backyard because I'm economically poor. But they don't think he is a human being. He has also the right to sit in front of the chair, in front of the platform, in the final stage. So this is the economic and social difference when you differentiate in the human rights. So each and every human being has the right to talk, to sit, to sing, to laugh, to cry in
Yes.
any in any circumstances. In other words, fundamental human rights are rights that belong to all as human beings and the citizens of a country. Human rights are held to be inalienable and belong to all human. That is why rights are clearly written in the constitution of all nations. It may be in the Europe, it may be in the UK, it may be in the India, it may be in the China, Japan, every year. In indivisibility, human rights are indivisible, whether civil, political, economic, social, or cultural in nature. They are all inherent to the dignity of the every human person. Consequently, they all have equal status as rights. If I'm not wrong, speak up for what you care about. I'll suggest everybody, my dear friends. I want to share with you something. Speak up for what you care about. Volunteer or donate to a global organization. Volunteer or donate to a global organization, whatever you feel so. Choose fair trade and ethical made gifts. Listen to other stories. You have the right to listening to other stories, what they're talking about. Stay connected with the social movements, whatever going on in the world. Stay connected. Stand up against discrimination. I'll request you, all my dear friends, stand up against discrimination. Where, wherever there's discrimination, there you just stand up and raise your voice.
Yes.
Yuki, speak up for what you care about because you are caring for that. That is why you are standing up. And don't feel shy when you're standing up because this is your right. Don't fear about it because this is your right. And you teach your children not to do like that. Not only you, your children, your wife, your husband, they should be like that. Because in discrimination, and this is the reason Mr. Ish Mufar in the On Passive, he has brought all this thing for the humanity. He's fighting only one, he's the angel from the God. He's fighting for this. And we are standing by him, our one global movement. Indivisible, human rights are indivisible, whether civil, political, economic, social, and the culture, the nature. They are all inherent, my dear friends. Father of the declaration is the Rain Qasim was severely wounded as a soldier in the World War One. Can you remember in the World War One, the young lawyer, one of the young lawyer in the world, Rani Qasim was severely wounded in the World War One only for the humanitarian ground. Human rights are universal, indivisible, independent, interrelated. Why I'm talking about? They are universal because everyone is born with possesses the same rights. Every human being in this world, they're born with their possesses the human rights, regardless of where they live, their gender or the race, or their religions, culture, or the ethnic background. they have the full rights. Because if somebody born in a poor family, does that mean that he doesn't have the right? He has the full right, as me like. If not I, some everybody because they are born with the possess with some rights. Where they live, it doesn't matter. What the gender, it doesn't matter. What the race, doesn't matter. Or the religion, doesn't matter. Culture or ethnic, doesn't matter. They have the full right. Each and every human being. Now let me talk about the state. Has the prime responsibility. Each and every state, all over the world, even in India, has a prime responsibility and the duty to protect, promote, and implement all human rights and fundamental freedoms for everybody. Inter alia, by adopting such steps as may be necessary to create all conditions necessary in the social, economic, political, and other fields, as well as the legal guarantees required to ensure, right? The United Nations General Assembly, drafted by the representatives with different legal and cultural backgrounds from all regions of the world. The declaration was proclaimed by the United Nations General Assembly in Paris on 10th December 1948 as a common standard of achievements for all peoples and all nations. This is taken in 1948. The human rights logo combines the silhouette of a hand with that of a bird. Have you seen the human rights logo? This is the silhouette of a hand with a bird.
Yes.
It is intended as a pitchful contribution towards the strengthening human rights, and as such, is meant to be used across culture, the language borders. Because we are the world, we are the nations, we have to survive for the peoples. Now there is 236 countries in the world, and each and every country is following the human rights. And our symbol is bird with a hand. Bird is a symbol of peace, and hand is a symbol of right. So that is the reason Human Rights Commission, they have given this logo for us, right? The guiding principles containing three chapters are pillars. The guiding principles contain three chapters of pillars: protect, respect, and remedy. And we are following one global movement, these three pillars,
Yes, thank you.
along with the child development. The three pillars. We want to protect the children. We want to protect the women all over the world. We want to respect the children. We want to serve the children. We want to respect the women all over the world. And that is the reason we are trying to get remedy for the children. We are trying to get remedy for the women all over the world. So the one global movement. Each defines concrete, actionable steps for governments and the companies to meet their respective duties and the responsibilities to prevent human rights abuses in company operations and provide remedies if such abuses take place. So I think I can make you understand why the three pillars are there for the human rights. One is the protect, second is respect, third is the remedy. And our one global movement, we're working for the three pillars: protect, respect, and remedy. We are here to get remedy from all these, circumstances, from all these, all these problems for the children and the women. That is, we are trying to get the remedy, and that is also we are getting help of the unpassive. Through the unpassive only we can get this, because we are fighting for the women and the children through the one global movement. Each defines concrete and actionable steps for governments and the companies. Right?
Yes.
HRBA. HRBA. What is HRBA? It requires human rights principles. Human rights principles, universality, and the indivisibility, equality, and the non-discrimination, participation, accountability to guide United Nations development cooperation and focus on developing the capacities of both duty bearers to meet their obligations and the rights holders to claim their rights. And we are there for you. The first generation of human rights is the civil and the political rights, right? The first generation of human rights is the civil and the political rights. The second generation of human rights includes economic, social, and cultural rights. And the third generation of human rights are called solidarity rights. The first generation is the civil and the political right. The second generation human rights includes economic, social, and the cultural rights. And the third is solidarity rights. Article 1, right to equality. Article 2, freedom from discrimination. Article 3, right to life, liberty, personal security. Article 4, freedom from slavery. We are not the slave of anybody. Human beings are not slave of anybody. This is gone. This is the first case. It happens 2000 years ago. This is not now, not there. Freedom of slavery. Article 5, freedom from the torture and the degrading treatment. People torture people. This is gone. Please stop it. Our request. The Human Rights Council, which was established in 2006, meets in Geneva. 2006 meets in Geneva. It replaced the 60-year-old UN Commission on Human Rights as the key independent UN intergovernmental body responsible for human rights. Arun Kumar Mishra is the current chairman of the National Human Rights Commission. Right in India, right now, the Arun Kumar Mishra is the Human Rights Commission. He is the former judge of the Supreme Court in India right now. Comparison between the human rights, fundamental rights, and legal rights. What is the three different rights? Human rights, fundamental rights, and the legal rights. Fundamental rights are the rights of a country's citizens that are stated in the constitution enforced by the law. And the human rights, on the other hand, are the safeguards that a human being seeks in order to live in the dignity and equality. So these are the fundamental rights, and the human rights are totally different. The Constitution of India, in our India, what happened, In India, the inequivocally imbibes these values. These two reflect in the motto of the National Human Rights Commission in India. May all the happy, let us all work together achieving this. And this is the human rights in India. The basic value introduced by the declaration was that all men are born and remain free and equal in rights, even the women's, which were specified as the rights of liberty, private property, the inviolability of the person, and the resistance to oppression. Human rights. The UN has various functions and the forums that help us maintain the agreed global standards for human rights. And the violation of human rights lead to, in a very big punishment way. On December 10th, 1948, the United Nations General Assembly approved the Universal Declaration of the Human Rights. All men, women, and the children are granted civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights under the 30 articles of the Declaration. It is declared in the 1948. It reminds personnel of the 5 R's of the human right. There is a 5 R. There is a 5 R of the human rights. Recognize, refrain, react, record, and the report. It's a very beautiful thing. There's a 5 R's in the human right. We have to recognize the people who are not maintaining these. We have to refrain from these people. We have to react when it is not maintaining. We have to record when they are not maintaining. And we have to report when it is not maintained. And least standing also the concern that respect the human rights. The National Human Rights Commission of India, NHRC, the National Human Rights Commission in India, was established on the 12th October 1993. The statute under which is established is the Protection of Human Rights Act, PHRA, 1993, as amended by the Protection of Human Rights. In India, it is in the 12th October 1993 established. The convenient details of such rights as freedom of movement, equality before the law, the right to a fair trial, and the presumption of innocence, freedom of thought, conscience and religion, freedom of opinion and expression, peaceful assembly, freedom of association, participation in the public affairs and elections. We have the full right to get together in any assembly and any rights. And human rights are the rights we have simply because we exist as human beings. Because we are human beings. They are not granted by any state. These universal rights are inherent to us. This is from born. Inborn we have, regardless of nationality and sex, we are inborn. So I think these are the human rights we have to follow, and we have to understand what we have the rights in future and right at the moment. And we are so grateful that through this unpassive movement and through this one global sorry, through this unpassive movement, we can do, we can help all the peoples of the world through our one global movement, along with the unpassive, and we can serve the children of the world, we can
Yes.
serve the women of the world, those who are surviving, those who are suppressing, those who cannot speak, those who cannot express their feelings. So we are there for you. Thank you very much once again. Thank you to Ishmafari for this wonderful platform. And this is for that we can see each other, we can talk each other, we can share each other. Thank you very much, my sis.
Thank you. Thank you.
Over to
Thank
you.
you.
Over to you. Over to you.
Thank you so much. I take this very close to my heart, what you've spoken about today, because this is something that it's going on everywhere in the world, in our communities, and even in first world countries. And the irony is that the protection of women and children, protection of humans is written down, but it's not implemented. In some cases, it does. In others, they don't. And when Mr. Ashmufara talks about we're going to be the correction to the corruption, he's not just talking about money. He's not just talking about resources that are being stolen. He's talking about this abuse. I so love the way that you started by defining human rights. Human rights are fundamental rights and freedoms that belong to everyone, regardless of your status in society, regardless of your level of education, regardless of the color of your skin, regardless of your language, regardless of your culture, regardless of the way you dress, the way you eat, it applies. But before talking about these things, every person in the world has that right from birth until you die. These rights are based on principles of dignity, equality, and mutual respect, regardless of your nationality, sex, your national origin or ethnic origin, color, religion, language, or any other status. Human rights are universal. And they are inalienable. When you say inalienable, that is so important for everybody to know, because that means you were born, you were created by Almighty God with these rights. And nobody has that right or audacity to take them away from you. And these rights are invisible. Everyone, their meaning, they cannot be taken away from you or your children. They are for everyone and are interdependent upon one another. But with this right comes three basic needs of life, which you said, because any other thing comes from these three basic needs of life, which is food. All of us, our children, have the right and access to nutritious food that is not contaminated, food that does not have preservatives that are causing more problems. They have the right to shelter. They have to live in a home, a good home. They have that right. They have the right to wear clothing that matches the weather, that is appropriate to the weather. And from three basic rights come the rest of the rights. And it is you and I, all of us here, that can really help to make sure that we are protected. And because when you are protected, I am protected, our children are protected. This is very, very important for each and every to understand these basic human rights. I'm looking at my phone. Looks like Esther is trying to call here. I'm sorry. So everyone has the right. And I thank you so much, because what I would like you to do, come back with this thing, because from these human rights comes everything. If you don't have these basic rights, you cannot even eat, you cannot grow, you cannot be happy, you cannot have access to healthcare, you cannot even farm, you cannot do anything if these rights are taken away from you. We see that around the world, and I am talking from experience. You mentioned that some young girls that are recruited to work to be housemaids or house servants, they are maltreated. This happens everywhere in the world, even right here in
Everywhere.
this,
Right.
even in this country. Some people think that first world countries, it's better in the sense that they apply the law to a certain extent more than third world countries. And third world countries are called as such because those are the countries that have been enslaved and they've been colonized, and that is why they gave it that name. And those are the countries that suffer the most because their basic human rights have been violated through slavery, through imperialism, through discrimination, through all kinds of things that are not good. And that thing, it lasts for generations. It is so hard to really erase that, because when they colonize your mind, when they colonize your body, when they colonize your resources, when they take away the right that God has given you, it takes a long time to reclaim the mind. That is psychology. It is so devastating. It is so degrading. And because of unpassive, ladies and gentlemen, let us all stand up to speak up. Speak up to protect ourselves, to protect you, to protect me. Let us speak up to protect one another, and then we speak up to protect children. Women and children are going through a lot in the world. Women and children are being used in a lot of ways. They are used in a lot of ways that in the end, they are those who die more than. They are vulnerable. They need that protection. They need their rights given back to them. And you and I are here. That is the correction to the corruption. It is not just about money. That is the correction to the corruption that we have been brought together to do, to carry out around the world. Because we can do this. We can change it. We can change the world. The scripture says, speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. Speak up to defend the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Speak up for the poor, the hungry, the oppressed. Speak up. In any case, speak up.
Right.
Yeah, don't see something and you don't say something about it because it doesn't concern you, because in the end, that thing will concern you. What affects a child in the United States, what affects a child in Cameroon, affects the child in India, affects a child in South Africa. We are all created as one. Nobody is here to think that this does not concern me. I don't have to fight for it. We need to, because that is the reason why our children are so down on themselves. Some of them are committing suicide. You just mentioned an incident in India in which mostly the women and children who died. Why all of these things in the world? Must we do this? We have more than enough. We were created with more than enough. Not just resources, but even our mental capacity. We were created. But most of the time, these things are being taken away from us. Even in the educational system. They discriminate in the educational system. You belong to this class. You don't belong here. Thereby putting the child down, and the child does not know. They get confused. Pretty soon, have emotional disorders, emotional disturbances, and then we put them on the medication, and then we keep ruining their system. So this is such a very important topic, Mr. Partha. Please go and take your time to break it, because this is so huge. We want to be able to understand every part of it. You bring every part, you talk about it, and then it's going to go for a period of time so that we understand, because when we understand these things, we will be able to get into the world through one global movement or what Mr. Ashmufara is building for us. Then we know what we are doing, so that we don't say, oh no, my country is better than this, or oh no, I don't want to touch this child because this child is so dirty and nasty. Somebody needs to stand up and make sure that they are clean, make sure that they put on good clothing, make sure that they eat good food. Good food means food that is nutritious. So this is such a big topic, and I thank you so much. I'm really so happy that you have dedicated your life to serve children and women and young people, and therefore families all over the world. So I highly appreciate you for that. Welcome, Brother Divya. So this is such an important topic that you brought today. So
Good
please
evening, everyone.
go and partition it into various sections because it's huge. Human right, fundamental human rights, it's so important. So thank you so much, Brother Divya. We are talking about a human right hashtag on passive. So, and we want to, if you have anything to contribute, please go ahead and then we can read what is in the chat. And I really I wanted to make this announcement from the beginning. Please, we are here for children. Children are very vulnerable, no matter what age, and women too are very vulnerable. I, for one, my rights were taken away from me as a child, but thank God for my grandmother who stood up for me. She gave away her life to say, you know what, I would die to save my granddaughter. And because of my grandmother, I am here today. Otherwise, I would not be here today. So I know exactly what you're talking about because I have lived this too. And so we all are abused one way or the other, even in unpassive here. Some people are abusing other people in unpassive here. And unpassive has been brought to us by Mr. Ash Mufari. Other people think that they are better than others. Other people think that they can shut people off or they shut people down. Other people think that they belong to unpassive more than the other people. We should not do this because when we spend our time doing those things, it does not help anybody. Remember that Mr. Ash Mufara built unpassive for the future. And the future is children. And in that future, we all are also included in that future. So let us do something that comes from our heart. Do it with love. Do it with all inclusion. Do it and give choices to people. They can express themselves in their language, in their culture. They can dance, like you say. That is why One Global Movement, everybody owns this stage. You come on this stage, you express yourself, because when we all express ourselves in one way or the other, we are giving choices to every child in the world, not limiting them. So this is very, very important. It looks like Brother Divya is facing difficulties with.
Yeah, good evening, Diva. Good evening,
Yes.
Pandiji.
Yeah, I think
Good
it's.
evening.
Oh,
Good evening,
Good evening, sir.
Partha ji. How
Good
are
evening,
you,
sir.
sir?
yes,
I'm fine,
yeah.
sir. I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm absolutely fantastic.
Thank
Good.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. If you have any contribution, Brother Divya, you can go ahead before we appreciate our wonderful audience here, please.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, dear sister Dr. Yvonne. And yes, today's topic is really nice because it's ultimately whatever objective for serving the people. And if we talk about all these things, definitely one thing is very important. We have to protect the rights of the people. So the human rights is one of the kind of, you know, mechanism, I must say, through which every individual can not only to safeguard their rights, but also what are their duties, how they conduct all these things. They can also,
Yes.
progress according to that. And this is a universal thing because human rights is totally irrelevant from the geographical boundaries. And yeah, if you look at all these things in a concrete manner, so you will find it very easily that we have to protect everyone's, every individual's rights. And what is the rights? The democratic country, especially, just like as India and USA, these are the most democratic countries, and they are not only serving to the people, but they are making it sure that all the human beings must have the equal opportunity to raise their standard, to raise the all human related things, just like education, the food, the opportunity to excel, opportunity to move here and there, everything. I'm not only to talk only one matter, but if you look at the whole inclusive approach, is to raise, is to talk freely, express their opinion, their expressions, and everything, and especially the to if anywhere, any sort of, other people who just trying to exploit the people, we can also uh, not only to stand firm in front, but to give them the equal treatment through the human rights. So human rights definitely protect and safeguard the people. So this is really important, and I also want to add over here that one of the great, UNO. This is a very reputed organization in the world and among the people also. It not only serves the humans' uh, creation and everything, their rights, their duties, their fundamentals, and everything, but from time to time we have to correct those things, especially the expressions, because what happened nowadays, people are exploited very tactically by the different people. So, in the meanwhile, if you look at the responsibilities, the functionalities of the human rights, and how we can move with that thing, is also important, hand to hand. So I hope that these are things are really important to not only to communicate, but to move forward for the common goal, and the goal is to make the better world. And that's why ONTAS is also doing the very same job uh, with that thing. So I'm very much, positive regarding the human rights, because mostly Parthaji is knowing it well enough that in India, the Kashmir issue is also a kind of issue where the human rights and these types of, so-called people are always raising the questions. And believe me, these things are really concernable. I do agree with. But along with that, we have to think, we have to also go with hand to hand that what are the problems they are facing, are there really, are the fictitious things, everything if you look at in a very wide way, so you will find that we are just here to just safeguard the human perspective. That's the only way of human rights. So I really appreciate today what you have picked the topic. It's a really global issue, I must say. So thank you for enlightening the issues in such a way, and these type of issues must be raised from time to time. So I'm also thankful to Parthaji,
Thank
as
you.
well as
Thank you very much.
the opportunity by Dr. Yvonne, because this is the kind of platform where we can not only raise the issue, but we can also invite to others. They can freely give their own comments and everything through the YouTube, because the social media is also playing very important role. We cannot deny it. So
Mhm.
all these things are very
Definitely.
inclusive approach. So thankful to you all, and over to you, Dr. Yvonne, and very thankful to Parthaji. Just keep doing on.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you
Thank
so
you
much
very
for
much.
your contribution. As always, thank you. I think that internet behaved today. So thank you so much. This is great contribution. What we are doing here, like you said, it's not just we have to practice it. If we're talking about uplifting humanity, anyway, it starts with us. It must start with self, because some of the laws that are written, they are there just like a decoration in a lot of cases, but the laws are not being applied. And so the application is so important, regardless it is if it's the right thing to do, or it's just a good thing to do. We just do it regardless of what is going on around us, or regardless of our situation. It is just a good thing to do it, do the right thing, regardless of whatever. Because a lot of times I'm putting an example with sex trafficking in the world that really hurts me a lot all the time. Young girls are being ferried across the Atlantic Ocean, and very young as 10 years old, young as 11, 12 years old, and into places that are really hurting these children. It really hurts a lot. So a lot is going on in the world. If we don't really look carefully, we will not be able to see it and will not do anything. So, but thank God that we are here together from Unpassive, that when we set aside everything, set aside whatever, we put down our heads and our minds and our hands to say, we are going to do something to change the situation, giving the rights to these children, and not just writing them on pieces of paper, but actually giving them something tangible that they would depend on before they can begin to implement those rights. Otherwise, people will still take advantage of these children because they don't have something. They have to have economic stability. They have to have financial stability or building generational wealth. If a child does not have money or the parent don't have money to feed the child, what happens? The child will be taken advantage of. Before you know, the child is being abused in several ways that is not good. So it is up to us to begin to work together to see what we can do. And the world can be literally changed overnight if each and every one of us come together to say, I am going to do the right thing because that is just the right thing to do, not because I am doing it in favor of somebody or to disfavor somebody. So this is very important. So thank you so much. And I'm going to appreciate our audience right now. And of course, our arts director, Mr. Kushal, is here. Thank you so much, Kushal, for your great support. And Tarunja, thank you so much. And we have Soprana Singh is here. Thank you. And while we're going to
thank you very much.
The least you can do to support children or One Global Movement is to put the big thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
Because that's it.
This is going to expose One Global Movement a lot to the world and reach every household so that no child is left behind. Please, this is very, very important to all of us here, I believe. But this is so dear to my heart that we change the dynamics of children, young people, women, with a focus on young girls worldwide. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Suparna.
Maxis, Peace Me, thank you. Thank you, Kayandari. I just want to mention the names. And the managing director is saying hello, everyone, and welcome to One Global Movement. Speak with Heart today. Please feel free to comment here in the chat. And our sister, Doma Lepka, thank you so much. Namaskar. Hashtag One Global Movement. We all are in extraordinary platform. Hashtag Unpassive with hashtag extraordinary person. Hashtag Ashmufare, sir, for doing extraordinary things in the world. Yes, yes. If not of him, we would not be here. So thank you so much for doing that. And yesterday I missed, but watched later. I had a building emergency and I was just unable to attend at 1 p.m. But like I said, I watched later. I am here today. So behave. Just kidding. Okay, we are behaving. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Barilla.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Yes, it's good that they are taking care of that building so you guys can live happily. Hello, Tanuja.
Tanuja. Hello,
thank
everyone.
You so much. I love that name, Tanuja. That's a beautiful name. Tanuja. Yes, thank you so much for being here. And of course, our sister, Melanie Mukamugema is here. Thank you so much, sister, for being here. We highly, highly appreciate you. We have a good time. Hello, sir. Thank you. Good time, Paul. My grandfather's name is Paul. I really respect that name. Thank you for being with us here. Thank you. And we have Moa Weya. Jara is here. And of course, Esther has been running from work to just catch a glimpse before we close.
Hey,
she is here. And
good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
How are we?
No, we're doing wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. And hi, Kushal. Boom, boom, shakalaka. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
Hi, Kushal. Hi, Kushal.
Yes. And then we have Manik. Sir Manik is here. Thank you so much, sir. We have
Very
Ganji Balaram. Thank you so much for
Ganji
being with
Balaram.
us here.
Thank
We
you very
highly
much, Ganji.
appreciate you. And Maria Jaws, thank you
Juice. Hello,
so much.
everyone. Thank you very much.
And Melanie says, Sister Yvonne Mundih, Yvonne Finn,
Sister
John B. Doma Thanuja. Yes, Sister Yvonne Finn is not here today. She has an appointment. So I always urge everyone, take care of yourself, please. If you have to see the doctor, your physical, whatever, or if you just need to have a day off to just rest, we need that because we are in for the long haul. Until the end of time, One Global Movement is going to be here because children are being born every day. Right? And women are there every day. We always say women and children because these are multipliers. These are the multiplications of every society, the woman and the child. The woman, the female child, the male child come from the woman. So we always just say it that way, but we highly respect each and everyone here, and then the men too. Right? So thank you. And Sir AP is here today. Thank you so much, sir. How are you?
Thank you so much.
How is your eye doing? I hope it's healing better. We put our hands together for everyone that is under the weather.
Exactly. We're praying to God for you.
Yes, certain things. So thank you. And of course, my grandfather, Gutam Paul. You know my grandfather, but I love the name Paul because that's my grandfather's name. Good morning, sir. On Passive Namaskar. And welcome on Passive One Global Movement, all on Passive. Thank you so much. And we want to write on Passive in big letters because this is the biggest movement in the world and the first of its kind. So write it in big letters, please. That is
capital letter. Capital letter.
Capital letters, yes. And we are Michael Barrow, blessed. Good day, my wonderful One Global Movement panelists and all on Pacifians globally. Hailing from the Caribbean island of Antigua and Barbuda. Thank you so much. I love the islands. You're going to see us there someday. Thank you so much for being here with us. And we have MD Alaudin, sir. Thank you so much for being with us. And your support is highly appreciated. Thank you. Don't forget to put a big thumbs up. Go ahead and do it. Don't forget to do that. It's going to help the children a lot. Doma Leka says, wow, great, very unique, extraordinary. That is for you. That's an extraordinary presentation. So thank you so much for that. Thank you. And we're going down. We have Omar Farouk Hossein. Hello. How are you? Hello. Thank you so much for being with us here today. We highly appreciate you. As Lenny says, please, if you hear something that you think is worth commenting on, go right ahead, comment here in the chat. And feel free to ask questions. You're not just listening. Ask questions, please. When we ask questions, we understand even better and more. So ask questions. And of course, he's going to be coming here again to break this into little pieces so that we can understand better for ourselves.
Yeah, we are there to give the answer.
Yes. And Bablo Shaikh, how are you?
Fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you for writing on Passive in big capital letters. Thank you so much for doing that. We highly appreciate you. And we have Sir MD Manik. How are you, my love? On Passive founder, Bangladesh. Welcome. Thank you so much. Let us spread the word. Keep spreading the word. Bring one, bring two, bring one. Make an effort. This is how you can help One Global Movement without spending any resources, is to help One Global Movement to get into various homes so that we can get to every child, right? Very important. And Sir Maden, how are you? On Passive Family, Namaskar. Good morning, everyone. We are so in it to win it. All in it to win it, right? Thank you so much. Thank you. And we have Melanie here says, Partha, Bablo, hello to everyone. Basically, everyone here in the chat and on the panel. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Melanie.
And we have Bimal Das. How are you, sir? Thank you again for being here today. We highly appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And then we have Deepu Bora. Thank you so much. We love you. Thank you. Thank you.
We love you. We love you.
Yes. And Gutam Paul says, hello, One Global Movement, Dr. Yvonne Mundih. Speak Sepaka, the International Champion Group, West Bengal March. Gutam Paul on passive. Thank you so much. I like the way you guys are trying to write. Us, I really applaud you guys because I speak other languages. I speak 8 languages, and a lot of people speak more than one language. I applaud each and everyone here that is trying to really say something in English that is progressive. That is a very good mindset. So keep doing what you're doing. It's very, very good. It's helping a lot. Yes. And Melanie says, hashtag on passive, hashtag OGM, hashtag Yvonne Mundih, hashtag O-Cademy, hashtag Obless, hashtag making a difference globally. Thank you so much. We are making a difference globally. And our brother Srijit Jana is here today. Thank you so much, brother Srijit, for everything that you're doing.
Thank you very much, Jana.
Worldwide. Thank you. And Yusuf, how are you? Thank you so much for being here today as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
He says, thank you, Sir Partha Pratim, for the wonderful presentation, I believe. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Nokuthala, thank you so much for supporting us here today. We highly appreciate you. Rajiv Roy says, hello, Partha, sir. Superb session. Very superb.
Thank you, Rajiv.
Very superb. Thank you. Thank you for your appreciation. And both O-Cademy, O-Bless platforms will have leveraged technology to provide efficient, user-friendly experiences for their respective purposes. And this is going to be so good because we're going to use them to try to get to these children, to try to help them know that they have rights. Nobody can oppress them, suppress them, or abuse them, right? That is very important. Namadas, thank you for those beautiful emojis and flowers. We appreciate you. And then we have Abdul Ghaffar. How are you? We love you. Thank you so much. Come again. And we have Suresh Babu. Thank you so much, you pretty little girl. We appreciate you for being here today. And O-Cademy is designed to support both educators and learners, offering them tools for creating, managing, and attending courses O-Bless on passive. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is so true. Galian, how are you? We missed you yesterday, but Tanuja was here to represent the Galian family. Thank you so much for being here today. And we have Sir Giri Malapala. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us.
Malapala is Bundy. As Bundy.
Okay.
She will soon be coming there.
Yes. I want to learn all the languages so that I can know how to communicate with the children.
Right.
Our future is depend on our children.
Right, exactly.
Our children. Thank you so much, Doma. I really like your contribution.
Doma lecture, right.
And I'm going to read this. He says, I feel very much that I am a founder, hashtag on pass. Exactly. Thank you for feeling that way. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then who is this? Goofin Sa on passive. And we always like people, if this is not your name or any other person, please write your name if you can, so that the children will know you by your name, okay? Because they're going to be seeing you all over the world because you're supporting them. So it's a good thing.
Exactly. You just write the Govind Shah.
Yes, yes. And let me see here. He says, I am fine, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm making sure that I don't skip any name. We have Pankaj Saho. Thank you so much for being with us here today. And Magbu Lala. Thank you. Is that a French name, Lala? Oh, Lala.
Oh, Lala. Oh, Lala.
Sir AP, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for being here today with us. And Melanie says, hashtag on passive, hashtag O-Bless, hashtag fundraising, hashtag various causes, hashtag various projects, hashtag various needs, hashtag more donors needed, hashtag tackling one child at a time. Yes. And we need more supporters because otherwise we'll not be able to get to every child. Thank you so much, Melanie. Thank you. And Shandeshwar Singh. Sandeshwar, sir, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you
We
so
highly
much.
appreciate to come again.
Foundation.
Please don't leave without putting the big thumbs up and subscribing. This is going to help us to reach children all over the world. Thank you so much. And don't forget to like it. And O-Cademy O-Bless in Unpassive will serve as a network resource. O-Bless aims to provide a platform that simplifies the fundraising process and connect donors with those in need. There you go. Very true.
Absolutely.
Partha, thank you for great speech about rights. Human rights are very important to everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Domalet. Thank you.
Yes,
so much.
we love that. And we have to do this from the heart, not just pretending. We need to do it.
No, we need to do it.
We need to do it.
We need to do it. We need
Yes.
to do it. That's it.
Without human rights, we can't survive. We cannot even imagine without human rights. Certainly, we cannot think without human rights. And these rights are inalienable. We were born with this right, and nobody has the right to take it away from anyone, let alone children. Very important. Brother Shuji says, although protecting human rights is the prime responsibility of our society, due to various social discrimination and political reasons, human rights are eroded, especially in third world countries. That is so true, especially in third world countries. And a lot of us, we know what we know because third world countries have been so beaten down for centuries on end. And it is left for us now to pick up the pieces and build on those pieces and grow because we've been created with more than enough. And we've been created. If we can just human rights, no child will suffer, no family will suffer. We will have everything, and the politics will do it quietly and with humility and with honesty. The governments will be bound to change. They will change as well. They will be not playing politics because in the countries that are so-called democratic countries, the human rights are even abused. They're even worse than in third world countries. So this is so important. But the one thing is the law is effective. Like in the United States, I love it for the law. The law is applicable more than in third world countries, which is what we need to protect our children. That is very important. Thank you so much.
This is one global movement, sis. Just I want to mean one thing. We are here, my sis, she told one thing. We are not pretending. What we have to do, we have to do. That is the most important thing, because we got a chota dimag, on the back of the hand. Always you think something, you talk something. So please, whatever you talk from the front. Don't think on the backside of the chota dimag, the small brain on the backside. Don't use it. What you tell, you talk from the heart. If we want to work, you work for the global movement. If we want to work for the, dignity of the peoples and the human rights. That's it. Thank you, sis.
And we are blessed when we work for children with honesty. Remember, the scripture says, take care of these precious little ones with your heart, with love, not just pretending. Your words should be shown in action. Don't say something and then you go and your actions is another. My grandmother always says, watch people's actions. Listen to their words, but watch their actions. And a lot of times, and sometimes because they don't know, because they've been so confused, they don't even know, we don't blame them. But let us continue to do the good things so that eventually they will see and also copy it, right? Without discriminating on any child at all. So that is wonderful. So Unpassive is a platform to protect all these rights. Hashtag Ashmufare, sir, you are great. He is great. He is very great. The reason why we are here, to me, this is the first wealth, putting together 1.4 million founding accounts, and we are here from Unpassive. This is the first channel of wealth, because if you have to build wealth, you have to build it with humans, and he has brought us together. Let us take this and fly with it and do the best that we can do in the world, regardless of where we do it. So this Unpassive movement will change the behaviors and mindset of the global communities and correct human rights principles to be positive like never before. Thank you so much, Maxie Smith. And it starts with us. I always say, don't look out there. Look under your nose. Don't try to go and remove a peck that is in somebody's eye when you have a lump in your eye. You don't see what you have in your eye, but you want to see out there. Let us start with ourselves. I am starting with myself because I have to be the testimony to the world for what I have done. And so let us start with ourselves. So, Sajid, the unperseverant, thank you so much, sir, for being with us here today. We highly appreciate you. Good evening, Partha, sir. Special good evening.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
And then the managing director says, thank you, Partha. Good job covering this difficult subject. Thank you. It is very difficult.
Thank you, sir.
And please type our company name in uppercase letters, all caps like this, unpassive, not little letters. Please, Ash Mufara wants us to do so. Do it.
Right,
please.
exactly.
For always reminding us to do that. Yes, it's our company.
Exactly.
And I want to read this. Says Melanie says, just give us the land and the abandoned places and let us utilize it for humanity.
I'm working on it.
Melanie, are you of the same mindset like me? I go to the abandoned things that they abandon, whether it is med bottles or what. I start from there because that is the foundation, right? Thank you so much for doing that. Hashtag One Global Movement will be the voice for those who cannot speak for their right. Hashtag Unpassive, the divine platform. It is a divine platform.
It is.
The CEO talk speaks with God. Say the man of them that I'm listening to the forces. The forces are talking to me. This is what we need. And this has never happened before in the world, that a company or a CEO come along, wants to build something from the heart with the love that comes from the one that created us. And we need to do the same without discrimination, because there's a lot of discrimination here in Unpassive among the members. We need to start with ourselves, not talking about the world. Start with yourself. When you empower yourself, then you can go out there and do somebody else without putting somebody down, without putting anyone down. We all are created equal. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you for saying that, Doma. Oh my God, you contribute so highly. And we have
for those who cannot speak.
Nicholas, thank you so
much.
And Shri Jana said, thank you, Mr. Path and Mr. Partha, for presenting the issue of human rights in a comprehensive manner. Human rights.
Can you be so proud of the channel? My next word.
Oh.
Is there anybody?
Okay. Human rights are the basic rights and freedoms of all, regardless of one's status or level of education in society. Thank you so much for saying that. And that is why
Thank you very much,
I always say Dr. Mundih is a doctor in action. Do not go and get a piece of paper from school. This is a piece of paper. If you don't have the moral status, you don't have the character, you don't have the love, this is a piece of paper. You can see it and throw it away. So level of education, so many people say, I'm not educated. No, to serve does not require a certificate. It requires a heart full of love to serve and to help other people. Not
you
this.
The heart.
Education that you cannot back it up with good character and love, throw it away. That's no education at all.
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And Esther, I will do this, and then you will do the closing for us. Then you can chip in one or two things, and you do the closing for us, please. And John Barilla says, Showe, please type our company name in uppercase letters. Please, let us type it in uppercase letters. Everybody
requested.
Our company. We are promoting our company, okay? Let's do that. And Shiji Jani says, thank you very much, Sister Dr. Mundih, for bringing these great topics forward for today. One Global Movement, hashtag One Global Movement, hashtag Dr. Mundih, hashtag Speak with Heart, hashtag No Child Left Behind. And Brother Shrijit, we are waiting for you. And I know that you have a lot in here for children. From the way that you're contributing, we are waiting for you here someday when you're ready. Because we are in this.
We want you to be here.
And Esther is welcoming everyone here. Thank you so much, Esther. We have Duba Sapa. Thank you so much for being with us here today. You're welcome here every day, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime. Hashtag Unpassive, hashtag O-Cademy, hashtag O-Connect, hashtag O-Bless, hashtag Mr. Mufare. I am okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your patience. And I will let Esther take a few minutes here to close the session. And we will be here again every Tuesday. I think next Tuesday, his wife is coming to speak here. Let us come and support.
No,
because
Monday, she'll be coming on Monday.
Yes. Oh, it's Monday. Monday, they're coming Monday. Yes. Thank you so much. Esther, the stage is all yours.
Thank you for allowing me to get my breath a little. Thank you so much to all our attendees. Thank you to our panelists, and thank you, our beloved brother, for being here to keep our sister company. You are really appreciated. Thank you so much. I know the topic we have today, human rights, you have nailed it, and I can see all the responses that are coming up. Yeah. In a brief, without saying much, we know that human rights, you can claim human rights regardless of your sex, race, language, religion, or social standing. Everyone is entitled to all their rights and freedom. This can come in any form, like color, can be language, it can be religion, political, or other opinions, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, there should be no distinction. This shall be made on the basis of political or jurisdictional or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty. What we are saying is every individual on earth have equal rights.
Yes.
There is no difference, skin, color, whatever it is. We are one.
Yes.
Together, we achieve success.
Yes.
There is no divination, no discrimination, no division. This is where we stand, and this is one global movement.
Yes.
The foundation we build today will leave an unforgettable legacy in the world to come. This is unpassive. This is one global movement. Have it at the back of your mind. That is where we're heading to. Thank you so much.
Can you play our music, our international anthem, and everybody is free to exit the stage. Thank you so much, Brother Partha. We highly appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sis.
Let us listen to our international anthem, guys. We must pay tribute to Unpassive and Mr. Ash Mufara, because without him, we will not be here.
Have you got it up?
No, you do it, not me.
Okay, let me.
DJ.
You are the DJ today. You are the DJ.
Yes, she's always a DJ, but when she's not there, then I try my best. Okay, it's coming, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. This motivates me a lot. I listen to it almost like 2 times a day.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Okay.
You can pick it up now.
Yes, I'll pick it up.
We are here. We are on path, shining bright into the future. We rise high with one heart and revolution, lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn. We are the stars. Into it, into it. Bringing hope, shining the light. We're a nation, we are rising with one love, with one goal.
solution.
Lifting up humanity, let's rise high, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. It's winning, it's winning, it's winning. It's
That's my lady.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like the way she does it.
That's my lady.
Yes. In it to win it. In it to win it.
Right.
Long live Unpassive. Long live Ash Mukari. Long live 1.4 million founding account, and long live children of the world. The future is here through Unpassive.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much. We love you. We love you. And have a good night, Brother Pratim. Esther, go get some rest. And thank you guys for your patience and your support. Sometimes we go a little, not a little above the time, because when you're dealing with children, you have to be patient. We cannot rush children, because that's not a good way for them. Yes. Thank you. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Love you. Thank you.